everyone, I'm Anya Mueller here in Spearfish at the DC booth Historic National Fish Hatchery with Karen. Now Karen, first of all, tell us a little bit about your role and some more about the Fish Hatchery.
I am Karen Holzer, and I am the Executive Director of the Booth Society. The Booth Society is a nonprofit friends group that advocates, fundraises, and supports the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service agency, which is the DC Booth Fish Hatchery. It was in 1896 that Congress appropriated money for the establishment of the Spearfish Hatchery. The hatchery behind you that you see is the last one in the United States that is standing intact, and it now serves as our museum. So on the grounds we have several historic buildings that you are able to tour, which includes the first hatchery building where eggs were hatched at that time. So the Booth House is another of the original buildings on the grounds here, built in 1905. And it was built for the first superintendent, DeWitt Clinton Booth, who is commonly referred to as DC Booth and is the namesake for the hatchery here. So DC and Ruby and their two children actually lived in the living quarters above the hatchery. They were hatching eggs and raising trout in troughs on the bottom floor, and they had their living quarters in the upstairs. In 1905 then, the house was built on the hill that we call the Historic Booth House. Well, the original function of the fish hatcheries and the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service goal was to spread the trout population, to provide fish, and specifically trout in our case, across the United States.
Talk a little bit about what folks can expect to see, if they do visit here.
Well, of course, there are the fish. Since we are an active hatchery, there are fish in the raceways and in the ponds. Pond 1 has the largest fish in. Those are the ones that are there for educational purposes. It's also a very fun area where they can watch the fish food drop into the water and all of the fish scrambling for their lunch.
Yeah, that's always entertaining. I feel like there's something for everyone here.
Absolutely.